Welcome to my little channel where I'm trying to visit all the beaches on Cape Breton Island. Today I'm taking us to Baddeck and Kidston Island Beach. I'll tell you how to get there, what to expect when you arrive, and I'll end with some interesting information I dug up while researching this beach, so definitely hang around till the end. Located on Cape Breton Island, on the north shore of the beautiful Bredor Lake is the village of Baddeck. Directly across their harbor is Kidston Island. I spent the entire day in Baddeck on Saturday, August 17th, 2024, and I recorded over 2 hours of footage. Okay, how to get there. From the Big Fiddle in Sydney, it's a 1-hour drive to Baddeck. You take the 125 highway west, hop on the Trans-Canada Highway until you see the exit signs for Baddeck. There are 3 exit signs. Coming from Sydney, you'll see exit 10 first, then you'll see exit 9, and then exit 8. Before I get into the beach, I'm going to talk about the village of Baddeck, and if you're not interested, you can go right ahead and jump forward. I had the pleasure of exploring Baddeck with one of my best friends who was born and raised there. There are many cute villages on Cape Breton Island, but there are 3 things that help propel Baddeck to a different level. Number 1, this travel memoir published in 1874 titled Baddeck and That Sort of Thing. Number 2, Alexander Graham Bell, who built a summer estate here and resided here part-time. And number 3, its proximity to the Cabot Trail. These 3 things contributed greatly to Baddeck's immense popularity. So let me show you around a little bit. I wasn't able to record absolutely everything, but this will give you an idea. There's lots of places to eat. There's places to shop. There's historic buildings to admire. There's, of course, the museum, the Alexander Graham Bell Museum. There's plenty to do. There's lots of entertainment. There's a nightly ceilidh at St. Michael's Parish Hall. On a typical Saturday evening during tourist season, you'll find live music throughout the village. For example, at the Yacht Club, the Legion, many restaurants have live music such as the Inverary Pub, Bellboy, Tom's Pizza, just to name a few. There are events and festivals such as that one, and there's lots of places to stay. They have a beautiful waterfront where you can see a variety of boats, rowboats, sailboats, speedboats, all the boats. You can admire the lighthouse. Now, if you do plan on ever coming to Baddeck to visit, I really encourage you to check out their website. Their website's beautiful. There's also this website here that I recommend checking out. And that one here. Okay, let's get into it. For over 60 years, the Baddeck Lions Club has operated a free ferry service to Kidston Island. It runs July and August, weather permitting. The Baddeck Lions Club covers the cost of the boat. They pay for the ferry staff, insurance, fuel, the dock, infrastructure on the island, and lifeguards on the island beach. Life jackets are provided, and donations are appreciated. It's a beautiful ride to the island. In no time at all, you'll arrive. When you arrive, there are signs welcoming you. And here are the rules. There is a sign telling you what time the last ferry leaves. There are 3 walking trails on the island. The lighthouse loop is 640 meters, the shore loop is 962 meters, and the long loop is 2.1 kilometers. Here's a different map describing the trails. A lot of people paddleboarding. There are washrooms and change rooms. Did you know these are called vault privies? Some people call them pit toilets, some people call them outhouses. Okay, let's go to the beach. It is a sandy beach with lifeguard service. The supervised area is roped off and well marked. There are some shelters on the beach and a floating dock in the water. Here's the sand. During the summer, swim lessons are taught here. There's always something to look at. There's always some boats going by, the pontoon going back and forth all day long. Here's a view of the water and Baddeck off in the distance. There's some kids behind that little rectangle there. I didn't want them in the shot. There's the wind star. I'll talk about that a little later. Here's the lighthouse. You can walk right up to it. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me what's going on here with the stakes in the ground. They're all around the lighthouse. All right, here's a good representation of what you can find on the shore. So now we're heading into the woods along, there's a walking trail here called the Lighthouse Loop. And here and there are benches to sit on and to take in the view. Now this here was really cool. It's called chronologue. And what you do is you take a photograph here and then you can submit it to them by email. Like we did here. So it's the Waterfront Baddeck Association that recently installed this to monitor changes to the cliffs. And then you can watch a slideshow of all the photos that have been submitted by the public. There's some more people paddleboarding. They were having a good old time. Lighthouse Loop. So now we're starting to make our way back. Perhaps this is some sort of species of chanterelle mushrooms. Made our way back to the beginning. We saw this little critter. We made sure to leave a little something in the donation box on the pontoon. Here's another view of the beach. Look at all these boats. This guy here, I got a kick out of him. I may return next month and take a ride on the Wind Star. I found their website. This year they are operating until October 17th, and here are some of the prices. Okay, this is the part of the video where I tell you something interesting I learned while researching this beach. We're going to talk about Beinn Bhreagh. It was the summer residence, estate, and laboratory of inventor and scientist Alexander Graham Bell and his wife Mabel. Beinn Bhreagh is Gaelic. That means mountain, and that means beautiful. Alexander Graham Bell and his wife Mabel first visited Baddeck in 1885. After falling in love with the area, they decided to purchase land and build a cottage. Built in 1892, 1893, the house contains 37 rooms, 17 fireplaces, and 11 bedrooms. Alexander and Mabel and their daughters Elsie and Marion, aka Daisy, spent most of their years here between 1893 and 1923. Alexander and Mabel are buried on the summit of Beinn Bhreagh Mountain. This photograph by Breton Scapes is absolutely beautiful. In 2015, our provincial government declared Beinn Bhreagh as a provincial heritage property. And in 2017, our federal government designated Beinn Bhreagh as a National Historic Site of Canada. Beinn Bhreagh is not open to the public presently. It is owned by the descendants of Alexander and Mabel. What does the National Geographic magazine have to do with Baddeck? Mabel's father, Gardner G. Hubbard, the father-in-law of Alexander Graham Bell, was the first president of the Bell Telephone Company, started in 1877, and he was also the first president of the National Geographic Society, formed January 27, 1888. The 33 founding members were an elite group of explorers, scientists, and thinkers. The goal of the society was to increase awareness of geography. The society thought the best way to do that was with a magazine. Here is the very first issue of the National Geographic magazine. The second president was Alexander Graham Bell. The first editor-in-chief was Gilbert Grosvenor. Alexander and Mabel's daughter Elsie married Gilbert. Elsie and Gilbert had 7 children. And some of these Grosvenor descendants now own Beinn Bhreagh. Hey, if you enjoyed this video about Baddeck and Kidston Island Beach, the best way to support the channel is to subscribe and watch more videos. If you're a new subscriber, I created a playlist just for you so you can easily catch up on the beaches that you've missed. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. I want you to have a great day, and I'll see you sometime next week. Bye for now.